I think sometimes people make the mistake of believing that in order for you to blend in a new environment, you need to be like people, right? And hi everyone, this is a quick check-in for all our new international students that are enrolled in different programs in different countries all over the world. So it could either be the US, it could either be Canada, it could either be UK. I'm here to share with you some helpful information that would help you navigate, especially after your first class, after your first lectures and stuff like that. I know most of you are feeling very confused, very lost. Some of you have even started crying. Some of you have even started feeling like, did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision? Why am I even here? I understand your frustration, right? And I just want to let you know that it's okay to feel that way, because obviously you have moved from a different country to a different country, and you are going through the process of learning, a process of adaptation, and a process of change. And so it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time for you to do that. But I believe there are a few ways that you can do that would help you in adjusting to the new environment, the new educational system, and the new people that you are around. So first off, I want you to have some kind of organizational method put in place when it comes to doing stuff. So what I mean is that you can simply have some kind of structure to the things that you do. So you can either have like a schedule or a to-do list or a planner or something that would help you navigate your day, because as you're in here right now, there's a lot of things that are happening, and there are a lot of places that you have to be at, and there are a lot of things that you need to do. So some of you might be getting your ID card, some of you might be sorting out immigration issues, some of you might be sorting out banking issues, some of you might be sorting out housing, some of you might be sorting out food issues. There's a whole lot of things that are happening. So there are a few things that you need to do. You can have some kind of organizational method or structure put in place to schedule what you need to do, and so have some kind of a planner, some kind of a schedule, some kind of a timeline and a deadline to do stuff, right? And so unlike your undergraduate education, where you were more guided, where you had a guided approach, where you had some kind of shepherding approach to the things that you needed to do, graduate school is different. So here you are expected to know certain things, you're expected to have an idea of how things work, regardless of the fact that you might know or you might not know. So make sure that you have this kind of organizational structure put in place to help you navigate some challenges. So know when you are on task, when you're free to go somewhere, when you have to be somewhere, and stuff like that. So that's going to help you with trying to deal with the anxiety that comes with doing a whole lot of things and feeling overwhelmed that you have to be here, you have to be sorting out this or that, and you also have to be taking your classes, right? Also, another thing that I'm going to talk about is that make sure that you ask questions or you speak to your mentor, your faculty advisor, or whoever is in charge of helping you navigate your graduate studies, to be able to figure out a plan on how you're going to do whatever you're going to do. Remember when you were applying for your visa, you said that you had a study plan, and so make sure that you speak to the right people who are in charge of helping you navigate how and when to do things so that you can graduate on time. So sometimes, technically speaking, if it's a master's program, it might say that your program is a 2-year program or a 1-year program, but technically we have some breaks in the year or in the semester that makes the total length of study very short. So if your program is assumed to be a 2-year program, technically you have just 18 months to complete out of the 24 months. And so make sure you speak to the people who are in charge of helping you figure out how to do what to do and when to do it. Also, I wanted to say that you need to find your community and find people who will support you in this journey. So it's not going to be easy. There are times where you're going to be overwhelmed with schoolwork. There are times where you're going to be overwhelmed with a lot of things that are going on. But make sure you find community, find the people that understand you, find the people that make you feel as proud of them, find the people that make you feel welcome, because remember, you're away from home and you might have access to the friendships that you have back home or the relationships that you have back home. So technically speaking, most of you are going to lose a lot of your friends, especially when you move out, because obviously your value system will change, your belief system will change. There are people who would obviously not want to associate themselves with you because you're out of the same geographical location with them, and that's okay. So make sure you find your community, find people who would help you, build you up, find people who would encourage you, find people who will support you, because it's really going to come in handy when the hard times come. So that's what I wanted to say. And also I wanted to talk about the fact that it's okay, ask questions and ask for help. Sometimes the adaptation process can be very, very difficult, and so if you need to go somewhere and there's somebody, guess what, whatever you need to do right now, somebody has been there and done that. So if you need support with figuring out even the basic things like where to get clothes, where to get food, where to get certain things, make sure you ask questions and make sure that you find the right people to help you, point you out to the resources that you might need, because it might not be easy. Who have different value systems and belief systems actually are very open-minded to accept the difference that you bring to the table. So you don't have to feel like being from a country that's different from, let me say, the European or the Western system is something bad that you have to hide who you really are. Sometimes your difference can be a good resource for you. So just don't forget to be your authentic self. You don't need to blend in to fit in like anybody. You don't need to speak like anybody to feel like you are part of a community. You don't need to dress like anybody. You don't need to change who you are and change your values and your belief systems just because you're in a new cultural setting. That's the mistake I see most people make when they come here. It's like they want to feel like, oh, because I need to be part of this community or need to be part of people here, I need to act in a certain way, I need to talk in a certain way, and I need to dress a certain way to feel accepted. But whatever difference that you bring, whatever uniqueness that you bring to the table is highly accepted, and that would even make you stand out. So difference is not a bad thing. Sometimes the differences in our experiences, in our values, our belief systems are things that people welcome, and so don't feel shy to be your real and authentic self. Another thing that I want to say is that it's okay not to be okay. I know I'd already said that, but I want to stress on that your first lecture is, or your first classes in a semester is going to be challenging. Your first quiz is going to be challenging. Your first exam is going to be challenging. So make sure that you feel okay. Make sure that it's not the end of the world, right? As compared to, I know in our undergraduate educational system, we feel like there's a need to compete with people. But here, it doesn't work like that. Here, whatever you're learning should be something that is very beneficial to you. There's no position that you have to fulfill. There's nobody who's interested in you getting straight A's. I mean, some people prioritize like standing out and doing well and stuff like that, but it's not a competition. It's not a race. So you're not competing with anybody. Your own competition is with yourself. So make sure that you learn in ways that make you feel like a better person, not to feel like you have other people to compete with. So yeah, this is a quick check-in. You're going to be fine. As time goes on, I'm going to be back here to share with you valuable things that you need to learn. There's a lot that you need to learn about the system in which you are, especially if you are in the US, maybe how banking system works, how credit system works, how certain resources are available for you just by the mere fact that you were a student here. So please take advantage, and please leave any questions that you would have for me in the comments. I will be reading and making sure that I answer to the best of my knowledge. So thank you and enjoy your day.